There we go. There we go. Hi. Hopefully back. Hopefully working. Yay, I can hear myself again. Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay. So we're doing a little suds and doing a little cleaning up here. Getting this all nice and tidy for our next steps. Get the towel. I tried to... What happened there was I tried to set up my recording to happen and briefly shut down the stream unintentionally. Yeah, that one was me. Like, the rest of this has been network and world hatred. I need to add one, don't I? I think I need to add an output, yeah. Record out path. Recording path. That works. That works. No, that's the wrong type. I guess it just records everything. I don't know what's up with that recording. I'm going to have to figure that out later. Okay. So, now we're somewhat shinier. Definitely cleaner. And now I need straight soap, actually. I need straight soap, and I need 2 more containers. I'll be right back. Okay, I have soap now. Morning, Soph. I don't think you heard me earlier, but I said hello to you earlier during the disconnect kerfuffle. We get to destroy a foam brush today. Latex. Now, most of what I've read has said you should soak your brush in soap before you use this stuff so that it doesn't, like, straight stick onto this stuff. Oh wow, this stuff stinks. Oh wow, this is horrible smelling. I need a fan for this madness. I don't even know where to place this smell other than it's poo adjacent. And I said I was going to do the copper first before. I've changed my mind. And so what is going to happen first is we're going to do blacks first. So I'm doing protective. I've now placed the smell. I had the wrong number. It's very much number 1 and not number 2. Oh, phone. I keep forgetting to silence it during stream. I wish I had something really small to do some... Ooh, that's a good idea. Q-tip time. Be right back. Back. First stuff I poured's already starting to harden a little bit. That's nice. Okay, what have I missed as far as getting this nice for blackening? These are just going to end up being black because they're too small to bother with. I think I've got most of the rest of the other connective protected now. So I gotta give this a couple of minutes to allow it to continue to set up. I'm going to try and rinse out my brush. Remove the air from the rest of this. And we'll come back and give this another shot. We need to do 2-3 layers to build up a little bit of a density on it. Your neighbor's chickens are clucking like crazy right now? You mean they're going clucking nuts? Hey, what do you know? The soap worked. Rinsed it right out. It's all soapy still, which is fine. So I don't know, for those of you new in or haven't watched what I was doing before or haven't heard me talk about this is essentially, this latex that I'm using for this, essentially the same stuff they make like those buildable face masks have, like in the movie industry and stuff like that. And so it's mostly just acting as a blocker to prevent anything else from getting to it. It does seem to be clearing up a bit as it dries, too. I guess I get to check if things are working here. Oops. What do we got going on? Come on, mouse. There we go. Now you're working again. Oh. Do we have stuff going live to YouTube? Or did that get messed up? Okay, we have stuff going live to YouTube, but it's wrong and it's probably not linked properly by the bot. Kick is looking like it's okay. Everything's looking alright over there. Okay. Cool. How's our stream feed for it? Okay. About half the data that I was pushing with Chef Day today, I'm doing with cutting glass. Let's see, what do we got going on in the world today? What's the news this morning? While we let this dry a bit. Yep, Middle East, still Middle East. Oof. Boat capsizes near the Statue of Liberty, and captain was arrested after a woman and child passed away. Boo. What to know about the multi-state salmonella outbreak in the U.S.? It's jalapenos. Don't eat jalapenos right now. Or specifically, don't eat Mexican jalapenos right now from Chipotle. Right up there with Iceberg from Taylor, but Taylor's already done the recall. I have a feeling that most of their product is actually probably safe at this point. That is, it's still Taylor. They seem to have a recall just about once a year, and all sorts of people are mad at them because they lobbied to lessen these rules that got them into trouble here. No relation to me at all, thankfully. Why are we so laggy, Twitch? That's very interesting. I'm also confused why I have captions on Twitch in the live version. Oh, I do have captions over here. What the heck? When did those start working? I'm confused. I suspect that was maybe a whole internet hiccup. Because, like, my understanding is, yeah. Like, that was not a hiccup between me and it was... That was not lag between me and data center. That was straight up data center lag. Nope, still feeling wet. Still needs a while. I'm not ready to throw more on top of that yet. Well, let's see here. A California beach lost most of its sand in less than 2 weeks. The beach had recently undergone a sand replenishment project. Strong swells caused by Hurricane Genevieve have battered the Southern California coast, transforming Tamarack State Beach near Carlsbad from a sandy paradise into a rocky stretch of shoreline. Also knocked out 35 parking spaces. It's known as a premier surf spot. Southern California. Everywhere is a premier surf spot. They're trying to preserve the parking lot. Forget the beach. We need the parking. (2025) 400,000 cubic yards of sand were moved to that beach. They're gone now. Really, they caught him. Suspected crime boss Daniel Kent. Oh, they didn't catch him. He's only suspected right now. He's a criminal crime boss. Suspected crime boss Daniel Kinahan returning to Ireland in high security operation. A large-scale operation is in place ahead of the extradition. Irish Police Service bought a bulletproof and bomb-proof van to transport him. I actually somewhat suspect... I have no real proof of this, but I somewhat suspect that my buddy did, like, legitimately worked for him. Like, cooking for him. Because he... And, like, third party at the same time, too. He was involved in some sort of, like, really sort of shady boxing rebirth thing in LA, working out of a taco truck and an Irish bar in Santa Monica. And, like, they were bringing some stars and some money into this, like, serious money into this, but it was shady. Ugh. Cheers to you, Brian Harrison. I miss you, bud. Do I go in for my second coat yet? Like, that was the touch-up stuff, and that is definitely, that's visibly still wet. No, I think we gotta wait longer. It is starting to get better. We're getting there. Like, I complain about the food truck stuff in Sonoma County and the health department in Sonoma County. Yeah, LA is on a different level when it comes to food trucks. Both good and bad. Like, their inspectors and their service is pretty strong. But at the same time, their low end is pretty damn low. Like, I inspected places to start a business at where, there were just straight up roaches around. And the person renting it, two food professionals, did not care. He's like, oh, sorry, don't watch out for the roaches, sort of a thing. And the food truck commissary that I visited in LA as part of this whole thing with Brian, one of the bigger food truck commissaries in the county, as far as my understanding. Disgusting. That's just, it's the only way I can go about it. It was disgusting. I've talked about atrocities that I saw here working in Sonoma County. I'm certain without a doubt that at least the same, if not considerably worse, happens in LA. Let's see what else we got in news here. Well, that article just sounds all sorts of suspicious. It could be completely natural, but that title just makes you think, oh, someone murdered this dude. Former NYPD chief drowns in backyard pool on Long Island. I clicked on it. Stop playing stuff. Death does not appear criminal in nature. Guess dude just drowned. I mean, it happens. I gotta remember to stop yelling at my computer while I'm on stream, because I say stop playing stuff, and that doesn't sound very well to all of y'all. I also should probably have chat more open during this project. San Francisco is falling for frozen yogurt all over again. It's supposedly an extra tart yogurt ice cream nowadays, or frozen yogurt. But all the pictures they showed, it just like dripping with sauces and all sorts of sweet stuff. New phones are coming out with super high prices because of everything that's going on in the world. Let's see, what is this? Yeah, Pixel Pro is now $1,300. And black market, it's nearly $2,000. Enjoy the trip. Alright, let's give this another shot. I think we're there. I think we're close enough now that we can do a second layer on all of this. So, going back in with the soap, get this all well coated once again. Yeah, that smell is just pure urine. Ammonia, urine, just ew. I keep bringing it close to refill the brush, and I nearly knock myself out every time I do. Need something even finer for that. Let's see. Let's use a knife. Or no, let's use X-Acto. Matter. Alright, back to sealing you back up. And go clean the brush again. We let that dry again. I think we're going to do 3 coats. At least. I'm not going to trust it at this point still. Yeah, especially now. Because this mount needs to be retouched, but that'll be no problem. Next round. This is already clearing up again. That's... This stuff clears up pretty quick. I'm rather impressed. Let's get the fan on it good, though. I can actually feel the air flowing over my arm back here across that, so that's good. Making sure we're getting good airflow over all this and forcing all of the nasty fumes through all my filters. Someone won Powerball. Yay, news. Someone found their family's I've moved on to Reddit from news. Someone found their family's 1991 Disneyland tickets. Their admission was $25.50 for the day. Now you spend what? How much just for Speed Pass or whatever they call their skip the line pass? Oh, lovely. Someone else showing that at Shake Shack self-discount, your price goes up when you don't tip. Why are you calling it a tip, Shake Shack? Like, what actually pisses me off about that is I know Danny Meyer did a very strong push to get rid of tipping in his New York fine dining restaurants at one point and gave into it. And now he seems to have gone a full 180 here? Like, we're going to charge you more if you don't tip? Nothing. Closing bell on CNBC is calling the current market a kangaroo market. It's not a bull, it's not a bear, it's just hopping around. Grandmother lied about all of her recipes. I used to ask for copies of recipes, my favorites, but I could never make it taste right. I'd cook with things with her that I did with her helping and never tasted right. Always got the, oh, don't worry, it takes practice. Thought I was just a terrible cook for years. When clearing out her home after she passed away recently, my dad found a secret stash of recipes very well hidden. Turns out all of the copies she wrote for us were wrong deliberately. I'm 43 and just started making these recipes again off of her secret stash recipes, and when you know, I can make them taste the way they should now. Why? Did she want to torture the family? Like, what's the point of keep... Did she think no one was going to find the secret stash? That's something I didn't know. That's interesting. I didn't know about this at all. Apparently, Sanders, the Colonel, had a falling out with the company after he had sold it, and it doesn't sound like a great sell. He sold it to the Kentucky governor and another investor for $2 million. The governor being involved makes me think politics. He was unhappy with the changes in recipes and opened a new restaurant called Claudia Sanders, the Colonel's Lady Dinner House, with his wife Claudia Sanders in 1968. In 1971, KFC absorbed by Hublin. They sued him because they were using him as his... What? In 1971, KFC was absorbed by Hublin. The company wasn't happy about the Colonel using his image with the new restaurant venture. Hublin took Sanders to court, but he ended up countersuing the conglomerate for more than $122 million in 1974. Settled for $1 million, and the couple was allowed to keep their eatery. He called the new recipe for gravy sludge, which KFC gravy, it's never the right thickness. It's either like a gelatinous glob, or it's runny. There's no proper gravy there. It's too starchy or not enough. Describing the chain chicken's breading as a damn fried dough ball stuck on some chicken. He further criticized how KFC made its gravy, referring to it as wallpaper paste. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he had a falling out after I didn't actually know that he actually sold off the company to begin with. I mean, I knew it had to happen eventually. He had to have, died and passed on and things not stay there forever. But I didn't know that he had, yeah. I just rested my hand in my latex. I may have been doing it for a while without realizing. Thankfully, it's not in an area where I'm really worried about keeping it well covered. Like, it's not threatened by anything else, so... Colonel Rosin's will come to the point of action. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like he was not happy with the new ownership changes. Man, there ain't really anything to talk about here. It's keeping me locked in while I wait for this latex to dry, but... Hope you're all having a lovely Sunday. Oh, we're quite delayed again, aren't we? We're falling behind there. White latex? The latex is to protect the areas that I'm covering with latex are the areas I want to cover or protect. I'm going to use 3 different patinas on this piece. The knife edges I'm leaving bare, so there'll be nice shiny solder, hopefully. The areas of the logo that I'm leaving open right now are all going to be black. And then all of the lines to the grid work I'm going to do with a copper patina. And so I'm using the latex to cover up those areas, and then I'm going to hopefully blacken the lines in the hat and the back and the handles of the knives. Yep, it's being used as a mask. And so hopefully it should be able to be, I mean, you go over here, it hopefully will just peel right back up once done with everything else. This is actually the same stuff they use to make like masks and stuff out of in like movie making and stuff like that. It smells nasty. Like, it gave me a new understanding to what it's like to have a movie mask made, because that has got to destroy your senses. I couldn't imagine having that on my face. Like, it's bothering me with a fan pulling air directly over the top of it. I couldn't imagine sitting like right here on my face, next to my nose. It would... And it sticks to everything. I'm using soap on my foam brush in order to keep it from ruining the foam brush. I'm actually surprised the foam brush has survived. Like, I'm sure it doesn't smell once it dries, but as they're making the masks, like, they talk about people dealing this for, like, and I'm only doing a couple of layers of this. Like, they build up, like, I've read online people doing 10, 20, 30 layers of this stuff to build it up in areas. But it is sort of clearing up as it dries, which is sort of a nice knowing that it's cured. But it's taken a minute. I might end up just doing another layer on these and calling it for the day as far as this, because it's got a set. Well, I was hoping that I could actually get the black on there. Yeah, it's sort of like, yeah. If they paid you $1 million, I think I could, well, that smell is pretty strong. But you give me major star money, I might. No, we're not opening that again yet. So I definitely have to hit this one up better. Put one of these right here next to it. Remind me something. Where was the other one I have to hit up? It was down here somewhere. That corner is, it's down here. It's that one. It's amazing how dirty this thing is. I started this stream off by washing this thing pretty thoroughly. It is royally amazing how dirty it is already. I say this and I complain about it being dirty, but given a month being on the wall back there behind the stove, it's going to be coated in oil. I finished my coffee and I'm still yawning. I think I'm going to do an AFK. I'm going to go make more coffee. And it'll give some more time to do this. We'll leave some ads playing on the old school ads playing, so hopefully be somewhat entertained while I'm gone. And I shall return to do third layer. Third layer, yay!
Yes, sir. If you want real entertainment, the best place to find it is in front of a General Electric Black Daylight Big-as-Life television set. Sports, comedy, drama, news, music. Yes, they're all yours, merely at the turn of a dial. This model has a big 16-inch black rectangular tube that lets you see everything that the camera sees, true to life and as big as life. Sparkling contrast and sharp focus give you pictures of such clarity that you feel you're right there on the scene. The cabinet, designed and constructed by America's leading cabinet makers, fits gracefully into any type of room. Genuine mahogany veneers, hand-rubbed for lasting beauty and durability, are just one example of the painstaking attention to every detail, which makes this cabinet one that you'll be proud to have in your home. The precision engineering and careful assembly techniques used in making this General Electric Black Daylight television set are your assurance of television at its finest. See it in operation at your General Electric dealers tomorrow. And when you see it, well, you'll know that you're seeing the best.
Folks, why do you eat Wheaties?
We like it.
Did you know it's always been whole wheat with all the bran, and bran is one of nature's best sources of food fiber.
That's news to us.
Wheaties breakfast this morning?
Sure, it helps me feel fit.
But do you know Wheaties has bran fiber your body may need?
That's news to me.
Why Wheaties?
Oh, we love the taste.
I have for years. But do you know for years you've been getting something extra for your diet? Bran fiber?
Well, that's news to me.
Wheaties. It's brand news.
Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food, or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines.
No, Jane and Ann aren't the Crest testers here. Their daddy is. You see, Crest also showed it worked for older people like the Allbrands before it became recognized effective against cavities. Jim, when were you in this toothpaste test?
Back in college.
Let's show the story filmed at a recent reunion. Well, Jim, how did you become part of this toothpaste test?
The dentists at Indiana University asked us to.
Did many others join you in the test?
Quite a few. 246, as a matter of fact.
Did every one of you use Crest in this test?
We use Crest. Their side, regular toothpaste.
Do anything special?
No, everyone brushed as usual for 2 years.
But your group had...
34% fewer cavities with Crest.
You know what's happened since these tests, Mrs. Allbrand?
Well, a lot of us use Crest.
And Crest has become the only toothpaste recognized effective against cavities by the American Dental Association. Their Council on Dental Therapeutics reports Crest has been shown to be an effective decay-preventive dentifrice that can be of significant value when used in a conscientiously applied program of oral hygiene and regular professional care. What's your program, Mrs. Allbrand?
Wash between meal treats, brush often, and have regular checkups.
And use Crest, of course. Crest with Fluorestan, the only toothpaste recognized effective against cavities.
Here's an amazing free offer for everyone who's overweight. Even if you've tried other methods and failed, you can still lose ugly fat fast. Yes, thousands can tell you that calometric control is the only safe, sure, effective way to reduce. Now, this package contains the Wonder 10-Day Diet that gives you 3 delicious meals a day, plus a bedtime snack, even includes a jog for your willpower. Yet you take only 3 calometric tablets a day. And here's the sensational free offer. A 30-day supply of wonderful calometric tablets. A certified $3.50 value when you buy the regular calometric way to weight control. You save $3.50. Now, that's a $7 value for only $3.50. A 50% saving. And how can you get your free bottle of calometric tablets? Well, just send in this calometric box top with your name and address. Your druggist will give you a postage-paid envelope already addressed to the calometric company. Now, don't lose hope. Lose weight. Get calometric reducing formula at your drugstore. Send the box top in the free postage-paid envelope. Get your $3.50 bottle of calometric tablets free. Don't wait. Act now.
Off into space. Man, that takes real teamwork. And here's a team of junior spacemen with an out-of-this-world breakfast that teams up V8 juice and Cheerios for flavor and energy. What a treat! A flavorful glassful of refreshing V8 juice and Cheerios with power protein, plus vitamin B1 for Go Power. And now, here's a special out-of-this-world free offer. This Moon Rocket Kit, both a toy and an exciting game. First, blast off. It separates in midair and lands 2 spacemen on a moon map. You get this wonderful game only through this free offer. Send your name and address and 1 V8 label plus 1 box top from these specially marked packages of Cheerios, Kix, or Frostios to Moon Rocket Kit, Mount Vernon 10, New York. Get Campbell's V8 cocktail vegetable juice with any one of these Big G cereals.
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food, prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here. Because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
Something new has been added. The General Electric portable mixer now has a drink mixer for delicious shakes and juice drinks in quicker than a shake. An extra attachment at no extra cost. This GE portable mixer weighs less than 3 pounds, yet it's powerful enough to blend the heaviest batter. Also mixes sauces at the range. It has low speed for cookie dough, medium speed for beating frostings, and high speed for whipping egg whites. And look, this handy push button releases the beaters at a touch. And no dangling cord. You can remove the cord so it stores neatly on the wall. Comes in 4 decorator colors. See it at your GE dealers. Does any mixing job anywhere.
rest of the kids.
This is where Thanksgiving really begins, isn't it, Edgar?
Well, now, if you're referring to the aroma of roast turkey, I concur.
No, Ray, I was talking about the kitchen. It looks like a real center of hospitality.
Did you say hospitality?
Uh-huh.
That's one thing we're always prepared for around here. Help yourself.
Wouldn't this be a good time for you and your guests to have Coca-Cola, too?
Hello. I be back. My thingy for this is my cream whip. I'm recharging the batteries, so I didn't have froth. There was no froth this version. I'm hoping my earbud's not about to die. It just told me it's low power, which I have not been using it long enough for it to be dying. My other ones usually last about 3.5 hours. Oh my gosh, that smell is so disgusting. Every time I open that jar, it just hits me again. It just smells atrocious. So building up layers yet again. Yeah, I guess I can't do black patina today. I guess I'm going to have to let this fully dry before I can get into that. Chemically, it smells like straight up like ammonia. It smells like you just walked into the bathroom that was just coated in inches of residue. Like, it is just like pure urine. Yeah, that's a good, yeah. Like a house that's got nothing but litter boxes full. This is right in that same ballpark. Yes, you're reminding me of what it was like to have a cat as a kid and a rabbit at one point. The rabbit was worse. The rabbit was a mistake. I went to it when I went to my school. School had all sorts of animals, and I volunteered at one point to bring home this, like, probably most overfed, fat, huge rabbit home over holiday break, and it just made my house smell the entire, like, it probably destroyed my, like, ugh. Like, and I don't remember, I'm a kid, I don't remember it all that well, but I seem to remember spending a lot of time cleaning up after it too, and yeah, it just smelled disgusting. Like, science classroom didn't smell like that. Why you smell like that in my home? Once I had to do a small job at one of those places, an intimate from a remote. Yeah. Yeah. That is, like, and society is so rough about that, too. Like, the first thing with depression is people stop caring for themselves. They stop cleaning up after themselves. They stop taking showers. And the rest of society is like, what, are you just useless in life? What are you doing? Get your ass in the shower. And, like, it just doesn't, like, we don't deal with this properly. And same thing for age. Can I cake this on anywhere else? Am I missing anywhere? What am I missing, chat? Chat always picks something up that the streamer's missing. So all of the hat is going to be black. The back edge of the knives and the handles are going to be black. And other than these two things, everything else should be masked so that I can do this without getting it ruined. I mean, granted, I'm going to be using brush this size, so it's not like I'm going over the whole thing. But okay. Where do I go from here? What time is it? 12 o'clock? Yeah, we're calling this one a quick stream. And I'm going to let this dry. And we'll come back tomorrow. Since we're streaming now through Tuesday. Straight. I will come back to this tomorrow morning. And we'll do the black patina. We'll hopefully clean it. Let it sit for a little bit. We'll pull up all of this and hopefully do a second masking so that I can do the copper. So I am going to leave it here, I think. And I shall be here this evening. We're doing... What is it? How am I forgetting the name of this state? Massachusetts. We did Maine, we're doing Massachusetts this Sunday. I'm doing... Is it Massachusetts? Now I have to double check. Now I have to double check what I'm even doing. Where's my calendar? We're doing Maryland. Next week's Massachusetts. This week's Maryland. We're doing Chicken Maryland. Which is an Escoffier dish. Escoffier dish. Going to be doing fried chicken. I'm going to do a boneless fried chicken, but I think the original is bone-in fried chicken. With a cream sauce. And bananas. Because that's what you think of as a side dish to go with chicken and cream sauce, right? Bananas? Apparently bananas were, like, Maryland's top import at the time. And so, like, they were a big thing in, like, fine dining and let's sell these anywhere we can. But also, since we're doing fried chicken... And we got the oil going and everything else going with it, I'm going to do some corn fritters, which are also a suitable regional dish to match up with that. So I'm not just doing bananas and chicken. So that is the plans for this fine evening. Tomorrow evening, as far as Chef J-Tay is concerned, I'm going to be doing the taco dish that I intended to do last night before I got into all of the networking issues. Let's hope things continue to get smoother. I was still a rough start to today's stream, but it was better. It was much better. Okay. Yeah. Peace out, people. Thank you for joining me tonight. I will see you later on this evening. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend if I don't see you again. Bye-bye!